Hello everybody, this is Johns Hopkins with Baltimore Heritage, and we're back with another of our 5-Minute Histories videos. And today I'm inside the Monumental Life building on Charles Street in Mount Vernon. Today it's home to Chase Brexton Healthcare, and specifically I'm inside the 1928 boardroom that Chase Brexton fabulously restored. If you are a House of Cards fan, this was the scene for the judges' chambers in one of their episodes. But today we're going to talk about the building and Monumental Life and Chase Brexton, not House of Cards. Sorry, House of Cards fans. I'm thrilled I'm going to be joined by Alexa Milanich from Chase Brexton, who's going to share a little bit about what's going on here today. But before I turn it over to her, let's talk a little bit about the building and about Monumental Life. Now, let's start with Monumental Life. They got started in 1858, and they were not called Monumental Life back then. They were called the Maryland Mutual Life and Fire Insurance Company of Baltimore. A little bit of a mouthful. It took them a while to get going, but by 1860, they were selling insurance policies. But then they stopped and kind of went dormant. They stopped for something they called, quote, the unsettled condition of the state and country. And of course, that was the Civil War. I guess it was not good business to sell life insurance policies to folks who were going off to war and fire insurance policies to buildings that might end up in a war zone. But by 1870, with the war over, Monumental Life, as we call it today, got started back up again. They changed their name to just the Mutual Life Insurance Company of Baltimore. They dropped their fire part of it, and their building was located downtown. Ironically, maybe after dropping fire insurance, they were actually spared from the 1904 fire, and they kept growing and growing until in the 1920s, they were looking for a bigger space and a new building. And in 1928, they came out here and built the first building on this site that I'm in today. In 1938, they built another one. 1957, they built another one. And in 1968, they built the fourth and final building on this parcel. So if you walk by or drive by, slow down, take a look, and there are actually 4 buildings on this block here on Charles Street. One of the core buildings here was designed by an architect named Lee Taylor. Taylor, you may not know, but you may not know his name, but he designed another building downtown that we now call 10 Light Street, that fabulous Art Deco building, kind of like Baltimore's Empire State Building. In my mind, he deserves kudos for another thing. He was head of the American Institute of Architects Baltimore chapter in the 1920s when the Shot Tower was proposed to be demolished and turned into a gas station. He was one of the civic leaders leading the charge fighting against that demolition proposal, so we can say thank you to Mr. Taylor for our Shot Tower as well. Back to Monumental Life, they eventually merged with a company called Aegon, and we're here. A lot of us know this building is the Aegon building. The two companies then moved out and then merged with Transamerica and eventually ended up downtown in the Transamerica building. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Alexa, but before I do that, let me just say a word about Chase Brexton. They got started in the 1970s as an all-volunteer gay men's health clinic. By the 1980s, they were expanding, and they had joined up with the Gay and Lesbian Community Center of Baltimore, the GLCCB, and that building was located on the corner of Chase and Brexton. That's how they got their name, if you're wondering, that just a few blocks away. They moved, but kept the name. And then in 2012, they bought this building and did a fantastic job restoring it, the marble, the tile. They kept the Monumental Life sign out front, and this wonderful boardroom that they lovingly restored back to its 1928 grandeur. And with that, I'm going to turn it over. Alexa, we are all yours.
Hi everyone, I'm Alexa Milanich, and I serve as the Director of Development here at Chase Brexton Healthcare. Coming to work through these doors is significant for 2 different reasons. One is because I get to work in a building that's going to be celebrating its centennial soon, and you get to enjoy all of the pieces of it. The large windows, the beautiful floors, the ceiling, and it's spotless. It's absolutely lovely. I sometimes refer to it as the Walt Disney World for adults. You have a welcoming staff, and it's always clean. One of the coolest things about Chase Brexton and the way we remodeled this building is the first thing you'll notice is how welcoming it is. Here we have a really wonderful security staff even to welcome you. Once you get upstairs, one thing you might notice is that we have large historic windows. And In our plans to redo the building, we wanted to make sure it was our patients that had access to that natural light flowing through those huge windows. Another thing you might notice is that we have sliding doors, and that's to make sure that patients aren't hearing banging all the time. One thing is, you look outside the window, we are located right on Charles Street. Right at the corner of Charles and Biddle is the Charm City bus circulator stop. So you could get fast, friendly, and free service right here to our doors. You come in, you may not be feeling so well, but you leave feeling a lot better. The second reason I love coming in here is what it means to walk through a door that is Chase Brexton Healthcare. We serve all, we welcome all, from baby to baby boomer, gay or straight, transgender to cisgender, new to the country, new to the community. Everyone is welcome to walk through these doors. We are a community medical clinic. So what that means is, if you or a family member or a neighbor in need needs healthcare, come to Chase Brexton. Consider this your medical home. You need to visit the dentist, we have dental. You need to see a behavioral health therapist, you could do that here. Primary care, OBGYN care, pediatrics, we could take care of the whole family. We're also complete with an in-house pharmacy and a lab draw, so you don't have to run around the city figuring out where to get your blood work done. It's really an all-in-one, everything under one roof to take care of you and any of your loved ones, to make sure that you are living your best possible life. Get engaged with Chase Brexton, whether you are a patient or a community member or want to support this nonprofit organization that works to provide affordable healthcare for all, regardless of someone's ability to pay. So if you don't have health insurance, you get put on a sliding fee scale. If you have Medicaid or Medicare, come and see us. Also, you have commercial insurance, come and support us. You get great care here. So be sure to visit us on the web, chasebrexton.org, and most importantly, pick up the phone and make your first appointment today.